Hey guys, let's talk for a few minutes about the minor pentatonic scale. This is a very powerful scale that you can use. You can play it with the root chord formation. As an example, here's an A, and on top of that you can play the A minor pentatonic scale, which is basically a 1-4, 1-2. I mean 1-4, 1-3, 1-3, 1-3, 1-4, 1-4, 4. So that's basically the scale right there, and you can, on top of that, you can also do what's called a double stop when you're playing leads. So a double stop is basically just hitting two strings at the same time. And you can see how that actually adds a little bit to the sound. You can also do pulls or pushes on the strings, either with double stops or individually, or you can actually ride up a string like this or down. So just using the minor pentatonic scale and just adding some flavor using those techniques, you can actually do a great job of playing lead. You can actually play some lead and just add a little bit of lead in between chord changes. As an example, here's an A. And then on top of that, I just play some notes off of the minor pentatonic scale. You can see how that just adds a little bit, you know, as opposed to just doing a regular 1-3-5. Once again, you can actually, you know, just add a little bit of that scale when you're changing these chords. You can see how that just actually, you know, makes your guitar playing much more colorful and adding in between the chord changes, which would be just kind of boring if you weren't doing that. Another thing you can do, you can just take this pentatonic scale, you can just play it on top of something. As an example, I'm just going to play something right now and you can hear what it sounds like when I'm playing on top of it. No, I'm just going to use exactly the same guitar scale, and I'm not going to do anything really fancy. I'm just going to be using that guitar scale to play on top of this. I'm just playing a lot of double stops there. I'm kind of going back to the same type of same sort of a pattern. A lot of times when you're playing lead, it's good to go back to like a certain pattern or a certain theme. But the point is, when you're doing this type of playing, you can just kind of create your own. As long as you're using that pentatonic scale and you play around with it, with some of these techniques, you can kind of create your own sound, which is kind of nice. And once again, it's a very, very powerful scale that you can use up and down the neck. Wherever you're playing a primary chord formation, you can play that pentatonic scale over the top of it. As an example, that's a B, A, or up here, or an E. So it's very nice. You can play it over seventh chords, over minor chords, over major chords. It works very great. And once again, when you're playing within that circle of fifths, based on your primary notes, you can actually, you know, move up and down that scale as well to help embellish your guitar playing. So Hope you have a lot of fun with that. We'll talk to you soon.